fresh cook up today. We'll speak on rap rivalries, beefs, diss tracks. Yeah.
Right on.
When we think about rap, and when it elevated to become rap battles, what's the first thing you think of? And the first battle you think of?
Well, as far as first rap battle that I can remember off the top of my head was LL and Kumo D. You know, that was also something that we didn't know at the time that was kind of set up. You know what I'm saying? They got together and talked about it. You know what I mean? And after everything was said and done, they got a picture of them shaking hands and smiling. You know what I'm saying? The beauty of that was, you know, it didn't get out of hand. You know what I'm saying? It didn't get out of hand. They kept it strictly on wax.
When I think of rap beats, the first thing when I heard it, the first thing that came to mind was No Vaseline. You know what I mean? Which was the Ice Cube when he was actually, you know, breaking away from NWA. And then the second thing is, of course, Tupac hit him up. You know what I mean? And I was kind of, you know, tap dancing on what I wanted to say then, because I wanted to actually think about, was it really a beef? And with No Vaseline, it was more of I guess it what we consider that a beef. Like, I know for sure, like when you said the Kumo G and the LLs, like, I know they, like you said, that was a stage beef, but it was a beef. So when we say I would say the hit 'em up will be a beef, then I automatically think of No Vaseline. I don't know why, it's like something that just sticks out.
You can enjoy more quality time.
And it's the same for me too. You know, I think it's literally, you know, back to, you know, and even as you said, Ice Cube, No Vaseline. At that time, rap battles were mainly to make other rappers elevate the lyricism and perform at their highest value. It brought a gain of commercial sales. It brought a lot of street credit. And even for those that didn't get much shine in the game.
Right.
You understand? It really showed that you had skills, the wordplay. Feel what I'm saying? When did you start to see that rap battles hadn't even turned to fight yet, that you saw that it turned to become personal?
Well, like I just said, the hit 'em up. I mean, you know, I'm from that era, from the Tupac era, so like hit 'em up once he, you know, like the very first bar, first out, if you and it click your claim. I mean, it was like it went like it wasn't I'm just beefing for whoever. It was an actual pinpoint. I'm talking to Biggie, I'm talking to Bad Boys, I'm talking to anybody who say that they want to rock with them, anybody who has any support of that nature, and then he made it super personal because you went straight to the man's wife.
So we're going from performing as competition lyrically to now that we're speaking personally.
Yeah.
Now, as it graduates to becoming personal, at first we wasn't saying names.
Facts. Subliminal shots.
There's subliminal shots.
That was what they used to say. We're not gonna give you. I'm not giving them that shine. Remember they used to say that?
Right. And being an artist, you have to be so credited in the streets, or co-signed by the streets. You have to stand at a certain standard.
Right. Lyrically.
What are you guys' thoughts on when people get dissed and don't even realize that they have to react? And off the pressure of the streets, in the fans, the internet, the comments that are being said.
Well, it's a marketing strategy now. You know what I'm saying? That's they staging these things more and more, and you know, doing a whole lot of different things behind the scenes that make the artists look like they being used and abused, and they really are. They're being forced into do these things now and get personal because they want, you know, the companies that's signing these artists want to control the narrative. The more you control the narrative, you know, the more things that you make up, the more ways you can take your audience. You know, it's very deceptive, very deceptive. And we know that beef and stuff like that, you know, it makes money. That's how a lot of these rappers make money on podcasts. You see this person talking about that person talking about this person.
So really what you're saying, what's selling and making and putting so many eyes on those rap beats is we really speaking of rap gossip, which is catching the interest of
Controversy.
Absolutely, because controversy sells.
Absolutely.
And that's what the companies are doing now. They're selling controversy because it sells. Just like sex, just like drugs, you know what I mean?
So y'all being the OGs in the game, the Kumo D and the LL, that was the first one that you guys remember?
That I can remember off the top.
KRS-One, MC Shane.
I remember.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
I don't remember that one. Is that who he had, the one with the bridges over? Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And Shan had killed that noise.
Okay.
Yeah, he had a lot of great battles.
Can we? What about something closer to home? Because like I'm a youngster, right? How did the Willie D situation happen? Where did he box Kumo D?
Nah, he
Grandmaster Flash.
Not
Kid.
Grandmaster Flash, but
I'm sorry, excuse me, man.
No.
You know what I'm talking about, though,
Yeah,
right?
I know exactly what you're talking about. He was one of the Furious Five.
Yeah.
Melly
Mill, that's who it was. Shout out Melly Mill. Forgive me for me chopping your name up, big dog.
Yeah, Melly Mill. What did you for Melly Mill?
Back at that time, hip hop was like a religion.
Okay.
And what was understood is that, hey, we can bring whatever we need to bring to the forefront.
Okay.
We don't have to jib and jab behind doors and stuff. We can beat up, we can bruise it. It don't even really have to be personal.
Yeah.
What that boxing match that Willie D and Billy Bill had wasn't personal.
Okay,
It's just something
okay.
that needed to be done.
See, I didn't know. So
They felt they needed to go
okay.
there.
I respect that.
I mean, it was respect after that.
Yeah.
When rap got personal, children, and even today now, it's even graduated to kids, family, dead ones. I mean, when do you say, or do you think we've gone too far when it comes to battle rap?
Oh, yeah.
Or let's just say you have a friend want to battle. Someone say, hey man, this is my way to get in. So I'm gonna just go ahead and dish this person. You hear this song. What's your response to this artist or to your friend about this battle thing? Because it could turn dead.
Social media has made it deadly. Everybody trying to outdo everybody and outwow everybody. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they did this. We need to do this. We need to do that. You know, you got people talking about pull up, and then they get actually pulled up on and off. You know, then you got the stage deaths that you have. You know what I'm saying? Their sales. You know, all of it sells, man. And look, the powers don't
Media
care.
too.
Yeah,
Media get paid off in big too.
the powers don't care about collateral damage.
They get paid regardless.
Yeah, because they're the ones creating the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? Through the music, through the video, these things that they show us, they putting it in our face. You know, I mean, dead in our face.
I watch a lot of those URL battle raps, you know what I mean, with the Loaded Luxes, the Arsenals, all those cats. Shout out to all those URL battle rappers.
Okay.
So like, the ones that stick out is the ones that go like Arsenal. Arsenal is called the most disrespectful. You know what I mean? Because he goes beyond what we call the realm of what you're supposed to say when it comes down to battling a person
Right.
on the battle rap aspect. My biggest thing would be that we would have to stop, put everything on pause. And you remember how you guys, like in y'all era, they used to say the revolution would not be televised, and they used to always have parental advisories, discretion advised, and all that type of stuff.
Right.
That we need, us as a community, we need to put a pause on everything, social media, music, movies, anything that can catch our attention other than us, and put that in front of us and say, hey, entertainment purposes only. You know what I mean? We got away from that being our entertainment.
Right.
It didn't turn to real life. So that's why people can't take, if someone talks about their mom on the song or whatever the case may be, and now we got to pull it up and hey, let's unalive one another and all this crazy stuff, because we took it from where it was just entertainment to now it's real personal. And like you say, the social media gives people voices that really don't deserve voices. It's a lot of people, if you didn't have Facebook, nobody would know you. You know what I mean? Because you're not because you're not the type to go out and let people know what's going on. So, like, I'm with you on that.
Do you think that the internet, the comments after we post certain things, and people post diss tracks about you, do you think that influences rappers to make certain decisions when it comes to these battles?
Most definitely.
Because they're expecting you to make a move.
This is the thing.
Or say something.
This is the thing. On the URL side, like they have had fights. You know what I mean? Like Briz Rothstein and Murder Move. What's his name? Matt Hoffa and Sirius Jones. Like they have those things, but we're talking about an actual game that's built on battling each other, that has no fatalities, that had less fights and less altercations than a rap, an actual hip hop genre that we done lost over 30 to 40 rappers from the 80s to now.
But see, they have a better, and I don't even, I don't even follow battle rap.
Yeah.
But what it seems you're saying is they have created a culture around each other that they know that, hey, I might go, a little to the left or something, but you already know that.
Yeah.
And this is why we created this community so that we can do that. That's why it's less fatalities and less people going at each other.
But ain't it kind of like asinine or crazy that the rap culture is just rapping, but this is a battle culture that's actually branded on going at one another, going at saying the worst things about each other. But the hip hop culture is all type of music. But we're losing more people in hip hop than we are in the battle.
It's one thing. That's an easy question to answer. It's one thing. Battle rap is set. The rules.
Absolutely.
Hip hop and rap, we don't have no rules.
Yeah.
We are battling. We are fighting. So I should be able to say whatever I want. I should be able to speak about your mama with a one arm.
And that's with rap?
This is hip hop and rap. The battle gets understood.
Thanks, because you got rules.
We have rules, but it's understood.
Right.
Mitch is going to disrespect you.
Right.
And
That's his job.
So it should not be a
Facts.
bad,
And
So long as I
absolutely
got that
right.
understanding, I'm ready.
So look, that doubles back to what we were talking about on y'all first segment with the gatekeeping, because if the right gatekeeper is in the way, that's the one that's supposed to tell y'all in in this whole hip hop rap battle, whatever the case it may be, bro, it's not supposed to go to where we about to get to the unalive. It's not supposed to go to the, like, you know, as men gonna get into altercations where they may fist fight and all that, but the unalive and you know, the taking the fathers from their kids and all this other stuff, like somebody should have been there to say, hey, this is not the way, or at least somebody need to step in that realm, don't y'all think, as a gatekeeper.
And you know what, I was just going to speak on that, for us to talk on that. See, this is the part that of the game that people don't speak on. Mm-hmm. The emotional part.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
These comments are not just motivating me to make moves on this diss track. Mm-hmm. Emotionally, it's draining.
Right.
It's making me question myself. It's making me my click question me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking too long. Now it becomes a pressure.
Mm-hmm.
See, and if I don't react, who's in the fans gonna stay?
Mm-hmm.
Because in this game they come and go.
Right.
You know, how's the artist to deal with that?
You have to be strategic. You know what I'm saying? You can't put yourself out there and just say, okay, well, I'm gonna just go and see how where the wind blows. Whatever move you make, it has to have some strategy behind it. Because every battle ain't meant to be fought.
Correct.
You got to pick and choose. You know what I'm saying? And with people these days, you don't know the fickle. A lot of them are foul, man. And they'll do anything for the bag. And that's why hip hop and our culture right now is really dangerous. Because the powers that run everything, they know that a lot of that, they control that environment because they're making that happen. And it's money in death. You know what I'm saying? Ask the funeral homes.
The insurance companies.
You know, ask the graveyard. You know what I'm saying? It's death is business, and it's big business. Yeah. And when you can control it, insurance pays.
Now let's cut a corner.
All right.
Let's go through here. You have artists building a name, building a rep, want to get in the game, and they know it's diss tracks. As I said, it gets a lot of commercial success, it gets a lot of eyes on it, it's a lot of ears. What's the advice for them? And what's the understanding they need to have, knowing that, hey, a diss track may take you off, but it could also take you out.
Right. Like I said, you know,
Because as we keep saying, it's a lot of money in it.
right.
You know, I've met groups that I remember going to speak to, you know, some nephews of mine in the studio, and as they recorded the song, when they finished, they let me hear some finished product, finished cook-up. And I noticed a lot of the songs sounded similar. And they was really saying the same thing. It was no versatility, no just one open expression. It wasn't lyrical. It was just going at folks, F this, bust that, pop this. To the point I say, bro, where's the variety? And my youngster told me, why would I make variety? If I see this sale, I can just make a bunch of these. I can make a whole album with this. Why would I want to change it?
That's not a true artist.
If this was selling.
It's not a true artist.
Because see, a lot of artists, we have to understand, are not like we were. In our time.
Right.
They may not love the culture. They hear for the money.
That's right.
And that's what it is. I'm not trying to
Culture
be
goes.
miracles.
The funny thing is, I'm working on the album right now, right? And so like, it's different songs that I make snippets of that I put out on Facebook just to get reactions.
What's the name of it?
My new album, Hogging Lanes.
Hogging
Lanes. Yeah,
I like that.
appreciate that. So like, I put like I say certain songs grab certain attention.
Mm-hmm.
So like, if someone pisses me off, you know what I'm saying, per se for that day, I'm gonna go in the studio and I'm just unload and I might drag. Like, I'm not gonna say that person. Like I'm not like directing it to that person, but I'm making the song that's somewhat quote unquote decent, subliminal dissonance, right? I catch myself sometimes making up a creative player to this. And the reason I do this is because what you're saying, when I give y'all this cat, like you say, this slab music, this Cadillac music, it's jamming, and it's a lane for that.
Mm-hmm.
If I give y'all this money music, it's jamming, it's a lane for that. But that controversy, if y'all think I'm talking about somebody, and I'm going live, and I'm going hard, like this song, y'all better respect it today. Like it sounds like I'm going directly at somebody and whatever. That's the one that everybody like, all right, man, that go hard. But like the whole album go hard.
Mm-hmm.
Well, since battle rap, before it became rap beef, all rivalries, it was exciting to see rappers battle.
No.
You
I
saw
mean, that's
the
how it
best
came up.
against the best
Yeah.
lyrically. Who had the most clever lyrics and bars?
Facts.
Sharp, too.
That's what we admired about y'all's generation.
Yeah.
That's how I don't know, like from mine to the next how they lost it. But that's what we admired about you guys, like
emotion. I feel we started to take music personal, and even when the time when Pac and Big was here, Pac would always say, "Hey, support the real, not the fake."
Mm-hmm.
And see, we wasn't really understanding what he was saying. I don't think he understood what he was saying, because now these artists feel like you have to be this way to make it.
Mm-hmm.
And the people have to know it.
Mm-hmm.
They have to know, you just like a person. Now you got some people that may be that person, but how about those that got to step out of bounds and they're not being.
That's like they care.
See, a lot of them, that's how they lose themselves. Drugs and all the dude. They tired of faking. They tired of just pushing along. Dude, this not even me. And now I'm putting myself in situations, Mitch, I can get killed.
Right.
And I'm not comfortable. Now I don't want to rap no more.
Yeah, because that's not the way you were in the first place. You wasn't supposed to step in that lane. You have to know what lanes to step in. Right. Having a variety of music is a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't want to make anything that's going to be negative toward the culture, because we have enough of that already.
Facts.
There's too many of them that's doing it. It's oversaturated, and they're gonna keep doing it because, like I said, the companies control that narrative. As long as they keep up beef and stuff like that, eventually they know them young boys gonna get upset with each other, and a death is coming. So guess what they go and do? What the company's going to do? You know what they do. Let me go get some insurance on it, because eventually something is going to happen.
Yeah.
And either it happens the way, like naturally, or they set that up too.
Facts.
Now we don't want to stop there. Let's also speak about the teams.
Well, look, before you go too
because
far,
that's gonna be that's an addition to it too. Because
Facts.
you got a
Because
team too that's, like I said, is pressuring you. Southside, they said something when you gonna say something.
Yeah.
This your home boy.
Well, that's why I say you have to be strategic.
Yeah.
You
Feel
know
what I'm saying?
Okay, you want me to go at this person, and I don't feel like I should. So make me believe that for the best interest of everybody at this table, are we supposed to step into that arena just because you feel you need me to step into that arena? It ain't you stepping in the arena, it's me.
And like,
You know?
from my experience, when I started to try and jump in the CEO realm, right, of just not just being an artist, having artists under my label and have you, I had a little cousin that they in that younger era where they drilling, stealing, and like, you know what I'm saying, I had two younger cousins that they're dope. You know what I mean? And they're like, well, why you don't mess with me on the music? And it's because I love you, I won't mess with you on the music. And they didn't understand it. But it took for one of them to have two twin kids for them to come back to me and understand what I told them. Because at that point in time, like y'all speaking, the music that you speaking, you gonna have to stand on it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? All this stealing, spinning, and drilling, and I'm the number one.
But society rewards them also, because the minute you could have a mixtape of an unknown artist that people not even banging their music, they go to jail, do a bid, come back, before you know it, they superstars.
Yeah.
For what?
For the wrong reasons.
I mean, don't you notice in the game now? Every time somebody get out of jail, they become a superstar overnight. Like they got the whole package. Like that's the thing. And see, just as well as we see it, the culture, youngsters see it.
And that's all part of the game. That's what happened with Snoop.
We celebrate what the time they've done.
Yeah, which is crazy. Because I always thought you lost if you went to jail.
I mean,
that's what Pimp told
we
us.
celebrate.
Pimp said if you went to jail, you lost. That's what Pimp C said. You know what I'm saying?
That ain't no place you want to be.
I was always taught that. My dad would say he like women. You know what I'm saying? That ain't no women enough. You know what I'm saying? Not that, like your type of women is enough. You know what I'm saying?
Even for the rappers, you know what I'm saying? I hate that, Tory Lanez up in that bullshit, man, and they put that man up in that bullshit like that, and they fucking with him because he outsmarted all the big leagues in the game. That upsets me. I'm like, God damn, let a motherfucker make it, man.
Okay, so since we saying that, right, I had this conversation with my little brother. He was telling me about him working laying fiber optics, in the ground. And he was saying that he had a crew full of blacks with him, and he was working for a white company or whatever the case may be. So once his crew would finish, because they finished early, they would venture off to see what other crews are doing or learn what other crews are doing. They got fired. He tried to justify it to me on the sense of all the white men are racist and he don't want to see me make it and this, that, and the third. My answer was, bro, he hired you to do a certain job. That's the job that he hired you to do. If he was looking for you to do the other jobs of those other crews, he would have told you that's what he wants you to do. A lot of us try and do more than what we get hired to do.
That's true.
You know what I mean? True enough, you're supposed to learn everything as a man. Like this has been my thing as a man. Like my dad had his own business throughout my childhood, throughout high school and college. So when I actually jumped out in the real work, not the real workforce, but in the workforce of not working for my parent, my thing was I wanted to learn anything that I learned so therefore I can apply it for when I got old enough to be able to do it for myself. So what I was telling him is, how did the boss man even know that you know how to do all those other things other than you open your mouth and tell him?
Bro, you gotta make waves and not excuses. I mean, you dig what I'm saying? For years since I was younger, I'm pretty sure bitch can say the same, but we've always been a white man and it's a white man. Now, don't get me wrong. Yeah, he got a lot to do with a lot of things. But a lot of times we also put ourselves in positions.
Facts.
You understand? And even getting back to this music, as I said, you have artists that have great music, but they decide to take that route. You understand what I'm saying? To go in. You know what it is. You dig what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you see so many of these conditions, and a lot of them commit suicide now. I mean, because it's too much for them.
It's like when I was a kid, we just lost Biggie and Tupac.
It's some big shoes to wear being a big artist.
I can dig it.
I done seen artists get in front of big crowds, and I'm talking about legs, arms, and everything shaking.
I done seen so many people not even get their first step and change up and lose it and all that, bro. I done seen it, bro.
Go blank.
I know cats right before they get on stage, they got to go and give it up in the corner. You know what I'm saying? That nervousness come up out of them. You know what I'm saying? You know, but they go on stage and kill it after that.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, man, I've never been nervous on stage, man. It don't matter how.
I love that high too. It's a weird. Well, I know y'all understand, you know, but y'all know that feeling is like it's like the opposite of butterflies, and it's like it builds in you.
Yeah,
that's what I get when I get on this stage. It's like I just can't wait for my drop the beat. Like I don't want to hear all that. Yeah, man.
Called confidence.
Yeah, drop that beat, bro. I'm ready. Like I love that build up. That the adrenaline rush. Like this is bro.
For me, it was an adrenaline rush. It was more like instead of being scared, I was ready to entertain. I was ready to run to the stage.
Yeah.
Excited. You know what I'm saying? When most of you like, hold up, give me a second, and they walk into the and I'm trying to get to the stage.
Do you think these artists today still have that?
Artists today, we've allowed them to lay back. You know, you have a lot of artists that put mics in the crowd, let the crowd sing, all that type of stuff. For me, and I'm pretty sure Mitch may say different, or may say the same. You know, it's a time that we take on the stage. It's about entertaining and being the best at it. It's not about just standing there, I mean, just to sit there and just rap in front of somebody, no entertaining, and you're not entertaining at all. I mean, it's a waste of time.
Yeah. Nah.
Especially the money people pay to see great entertainers. Especially if you can afford stage furniture and things like that.
Yeah, well, that's getting into being a production. That's being a production. And that's a good thing when you can get to being able to make a production out of the stage.
Yeah.
But I've seen quite a few youngsters that run on that stage and get crunk, jumping around and doing all kind of shit, crowd surfing and all kind of stuff. Right. Rap artists, they actually did it, but they crossed over into pop culture also. So they had, thousands and thousands of people come to see them, so they get all hyped up with whatever they was taking, and they go on adrenaline on stage off whatever they taking and just do their thing. But see, them kind of stars, just like you see them streaking across the sky after a while, they burn out really fast. You know what I'm saying? But they came and they conquered. Now you have, cats like my brothers, Chad and Bud, on the other hand of just being on the stage and being a crunk, that ain't what they really did. Because they wanted people to hear what they were saying. You know what I'm saying? And feel what they were saying. Now, they did a few things, later on in their careers, coming on stage with the mask and you know what I'm saying, with that song, you know what I'm saying, and yeah, they did a few things, you know what I mean, but people love us just by doing what we did on stage. We didn't even have to overexert ourselves. We could walk across the stage back and forth and make it look good, and they'd be just as entertained. And then when you have a crowd that know all your stuff, word for word, they entertain themselves. They crunk off from just seeing you live.
Really?
You know, that's a beautiful thing, man.
Y'all hear what's going on, right? Y'all like what y'all see? Make sure y'all push the like and the subscribe button. Make sure y'all drop a comment, man. You know, give them a topic, excuse me. You know what I'm saying? Or give us some words of encouragement, whatever you need to do. But one thing about it, man, it's big motion going on.
That was Big Motion, you know what I'm saying, with Big Smoke. And lastly, man, we're gonna speak on defining the era or eras in rivalries. You know, we've been around about rap battles and people exploring, you know, the highest level of bars they can put down. But it's also like we were just speaking about, Mitch, you know, it's a kind of a technique to be able to maintain in a battle, especially if somebody's getting the best of you. And then, you know, the crowd is making their comments, they oohs and ahs. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard not to react emotionally.
Absolutely.
What you think about that?
You have to have tough skin, man. You know what I mean? Battle rapping is a totally different beast.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You have if you're not ready for the things that somebody can possibly say about you, that is not the arena to step in. You know, I mean, you have to be prepared, and you know, metaphorically, you got to be.
Sure.
Yeah, you got to be good at that. You know, because just insults is going to get very dull. So you got to bring other things to the table. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of it, but I do understand how you have to move strategically, you know, in that realm.
Study opponent. See, in that game, they study their opponents.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And finding out truths of them and bringing it to pass. And just, the disrespectfulness comes in to break your opponent.
Yes. Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And it can be taken personal, but it's not personal. It's just a job.
It's not supposed to be personal.
You understand what I'm saying?
Not supposed to.
So, like I said, it brings me to this last question before we leave. Do you ever think that we'll ever be able to go back to peaceful rivalries? And even those that want to define eras, as some used to say, you know, the 90s not like the 2000s, man. You know, the 90s are eat on the 2000s. They had better artists. You did. Do you ever think if that would happen, or there's a possibility of that going, could it be done peacefully and respectfully?
It's possible. The youngsters would have to understand that it's time out for the BS and allowing themselves to get put into situations and contracts that's not cohesive to what they're trying to do. They have to understand that violence itself is not the answer. And just because you get violent with somebody don't make you a man. You know, they think that the more bodies they have, the more fear they'll have from people. You know what I'm saying? But that can only get you so far. And if a person is in fear of their lives and they not no real gangsters or no real cats that carry guns, they're more dangerous. Because they don't know what they're gonna do, and you think you know what they're gonna do. So as far as it getting back to being respectful, that would have to be led by the OGs.
And what I'm saying about respectful, I'm not speaking of the bars that would
Right.
be in the battle, but
Right.
the respect I would have after
Afterwards.
the bars are said.
Right.
You understand what I'm
Right.
saying? And have that understanding that hey, we just here to do a job.
Absolutely.
You know, you understand what I'm
Well,
saying?
that's
Make
what
money off of
that's
it.
what Pop was trying to tell Big. You know, when they saw each other at the Soul Train Awards. You know, like, man, what's up? And I said, man, I'm trying to make some money. That's what this all about. Trying to make some money. Can you dig that? You know.
But see, that disrespect
It
term,
was very disrespectful.
it'll change your mind on that, bitch.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And because when you want you to hear it, all you have the understanding of it is that I've been disrespected. And there's some things that shouldn't have been said.
Absolutely.
And you're not, in your subconscious, you're not really understanding that this is a rap battle. Anything can be said at any time. So if that's not what you're about, you can't join. I mean, you did, because that's going to be done. It's whoever survives when it comes to the rap battle. Whoever lives.
Okay. So
if that's what it takes for me to kill you and say the most disrespectful stuff I can say about your family, you break and forget your lyric, or it take you off your game. Hey, it worked.
well, let me ask you this, right quick. What you think about the T.I. and 50 thing with T.I.'s sons getting involved in it because 50 was talking about their mom? You know.
I agree with the kids so far as the respect part. What I don't agree with is them joining the beef. Reason being is they don't have an understanding of what the game is about and how dangerous it could get. I think it should have been left in Dad's hands.
Well, you know why they did that.
I mean,
talking about their
Right,
mom.
I understand it, but
they
it's
feel
also
like they have
entertainment.
right.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
And the
It's
way that
just
I look,
entertainment.
the way that I'm looking at it is that there is staged also. 50 don't do nothing that's not calculated, man.
I see it.
You know what I'm saying? It looks as if it's staged.
50 throw a lot of alley-oops to people, bro.
Yeah,
and
why
they
not?
taking this beef, and it's like he trying to tell them, bro, just go and make the money. Stop thinking of beefing all the time.
Right.
I see I happen to lane opened up.
Well, see, I ain't got to rap.
I just pushed you to it.
Say I don't have to rap. That was Peter said. I don't have to rap. You know, and I respect that, but at the same time, you know how, like you say, you know, hip hop is a very competitive sport.
Yes.
You know, so it's all publicity, man. And it could be good publicity, it could be bad publicity nonetheless. I think it could get back to it, like I say, but the OG's gonna have to lead that, and they're gonna have to want to be led.
Absolutely. Because I just feel like if nothing has changed, then keep going like this, it can't. I mean, it's not like we on the top 50 charts like that all the time every year. And it's not like we just selling out the jail. You know, most of these artists make a lot of money on merchandise and shows. Things of that nature.
Well,
It's
the
not
avenue.
the music. So I mean, where's the culture really in? And what do we really have left? And I mean, what's going to make it interesting again? Because that's why I said it would be very interesting just to see those Nas and Jay-Z battles, to see who the best, you know, out NBA, Young Boy, and Lil Durk, and I mean, you dig? That's what inspired us. That's what sparked us when we listened to it. That's what made us go into those record stores and buy records. To hear what the next person had to say.
Yeah.
But I just feel like we just fell into a gossip gap to where only best is interesting. Because if I notice when I look at the internet, for the more crazy stuff, it get more numbers, it get more attention.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? When I first started knowing that about the game, when we was on tour with Black Youngster, and as I told you before, I would speak to women. You would hear him stutter in all these interviews, you'd hear him stutter all in front of these crowds and shows. But then when you come to the sprinter, he talking just as plain as us, and I had an understanding that, hey, this is a show. This business. It's not about what you think, it's about what it look like. You understand what I'm saying? I had to understand numbers. You know, I had a A&R friend at a label, you know, and I was telling him, hey man, you got people that can make these, you know, equal these numbers just like what y'all get and do this organically, bro. And he told me, bro, try. This is something we've been doing 50 years, try, bro. You gonna try out every time, bro. It don't matter if you think these numbers fake. This business, it ain't about what it is. It's about what it look like.
Exactly.
Not run with it to get ran over.
It's business. That's why you can't go the route that they want you to go. They telling you they're not gonna do anything else, but it's always more than one way to skin a cat.
Absolutely.
You know, you don't let nobody tell you what you can't do, or you know what I'm saying. See, that's the problem. Again, about Tory Lanez. That's what they tried to tell him he couldn't do what he did. He did it, and people got mad at it, and they set him up. You know what I'm saying? And then the truth came out, and nothing still happened. That's because there's a lot of people that's up at the top that put that together. You know what I'm saying? And things don't happen, in all the time. Not from that world.
When you know those, you and part two, those gatekeepers, that's when you notice things like that happen. Even what happened with him in bed, you see people like Jason step up and help lawyers, folks with lawyers, things like that. When you don't see them step up, it kind of shows you a sign that this is not someone I consider his team for me to have to go and do.
Right.
And then this game absolutely let you drown, especially if you not continue to bring that back, or you're no longer an additive to this recipe. Because when your taste is no longer needed,
you gotta go.
You know what I'm saying? That's my boy said, hey man, it's a badass house. How much this cost? He said, hey man, 20 million. He said, you better come back here again. You said, many records you sold this year.
He telling me all the time.
Hey, man.
That's a dirty game, bro. It's a dirty game, and you don't want to play that.
Right doing. Hey man, and that's for today. Big Motion, Uncle Big Smoking, man, tap in, like and subscribe.
Right on.
Get with it. Got something here to live, big game.
Man, do your thing, don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. And don't stop until you get what you want out of whatever it is you do. Just make sure whatever it is you want is good for you and good to you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Peace, man.
Peace out, man. Wow.